rest of the season. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinals taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Finds his back in the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for.
Hey, that's a live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Reeves. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Stanford lines up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decided.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Reeves. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. He's going to run it. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sideline, it's Moore. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Open. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Coming after him. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to pound it in. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are.
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job to fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. He's going to pass. Throws for the end zone. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll immediately call timeout.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's looking to throw it. Extending the play. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third down, going up top. A shot toward the end zone. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Reeves. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
He nails it. A 58-yard field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no short thing right now. They're up by 4 over Marshall. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this.
He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Can anyone catch him? The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Wide out in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're bringing heat. He's going to take off.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking to throw, it's Reeves. Finds his man down the middle. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The Tigers want to move quickly. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, what a move! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Power football with the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Moore. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a lead.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
To the air, it's Reeves. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Tempo and overdrive.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play. And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He wants to throw it again. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the 1st down. Nice job by the offense.
Stanford wants to push the pace.
At the 20. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Looking for a crease. It's Hampton. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to throw, it's Reeves. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cardinal!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. With jet sweep pass. Looking for room at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll run the toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will stay out there to go for it on 4th down again. They're 3 for 4 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Working the middle. It's complete. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
A shot toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's